It happened some time ago. When we came back from a vacation, we immediately felt something was different. It was unusually quiet. We missed the familiar song of the magpies, and our garden seemed to look different. We had built a house on a mountain and transformed the burr pasture into a small park. We were devastated to discover the destruction of our lawn. Some places even seemed to have been ploughed up. Then it became clear the evil wombat must have done it. Then one morning we saw an echidna rushing across our lawn. He must have made himself welcome during our absence. Perhaps it had been the echidna who'd done the damage. Surprisingly, he didn't stop at the ploughed up area, but at a place close to the fence. He pushed the ground up with his snout, and his rapidly moving tongue caught beetles and ants galore. Every day, at the same time, he ventured to his favorite feeding spot near the fence. Not once did he stop at the destroyed area. Perhaps he wasn't the culprit after all. So it must have been the wombat. The destroyed area of our once beautiful lawn increased from day to day. We even installed an electric fence around our property, just about the height of a wombat. However, our lawn continued to suffer. Then one day, at the crack of dawn, we discovered the real culprits. It was ravens who were responsible. To save what was left, we covered the remaining parts of the lawn with wire and lath, and even put up a scarecrow as a deterrent. However, only a few days later, the intrepid intruders were using the scarecrow as a resting place. But some ravens seemed not to be impressed at all. They only fled the scene when they saw us. We concluded that they could not be outwitted. They were smarter than us. When our lawn reached the saddest of all states, we turned to the largest network of human knowledge, the Internet. We followed the advice. We hung red towels in the wind, placed a decoy bird of prey in a tree, put an owl on the ground, installed firework crackers. But nothing kept them away for any longer than a few days, and the destruction continued. Murder came to our minds. However, there was no bird poison to buy. Firearms and air guns are subject to permit. Even a slingshot is prohibited. The ravens had won. Then, however, we got another idea, another chance to win the battle for our garden. Not a crossbow, but the oldest of all weapons, the good old bow and arrow. No permit required. One morning, a single perpetrator landed. Our chance to kill had come. But we couldn't do it. We couldn't shoot a living animal. Going back to the Internet, we read a small note about ravens' habits. They plough the ground to get at the larvae of the chafer beetles or June bugs that feed on the roots of grass. Brown spots in the lawn are often a sign of this infestation. Now let's come to the end of the story. After a while, the ravens didn't come anymore. They'd actually liberated our garden from a plague. The grass regrows and becomes green once again. And there's something else. The magpies are back. We've not necessarily become friends, the ravens and us. However, the story has a happy ending. Because of them, we've discovered a new passion.
Archers to the line.